Hey Kim Stars, we are back. This is your last video for Unit 4, so that should be very exciting for you. But first, we must start by reviewing moles to particles. Remember, this goes on the left side of your 4.5 notes, which was moles to particles or particles to moles. Hit pause and meet me down below. Okay, for the past couple of days, we've been talking about little pieces of this, and today we're going to put it all together in one big shebang. All right, and this is 4.6. Like I said, this is our last day of notes for this unit, so we're going to have molar conversions, and this is page 29. Like I said, last day of notes. So what we're going to do is we're going to combine our grams to moles and our 4.5 or our moles to particles into one big, I call it like kind of doing all the steps together. All right, so what we've got, and I've kind of made us a little cheat sheet. Some people like this better than the T-charts, but I promise the T-charts will be helpful like later on. So I encourage you to maybe learn how to do those because we will be using those not in our next unit, but the next unit after that. Okay, so grams to moles, remember what we did, grams to moles, we divided by our molar mass, okay? Then from moles to grams, we multiplied by molar mass. Okay, then moles to particles, we multiplied by Avogadro's number. And then particles to moles, we divide by Avogadro's number. Now, something that is very key here, or something that we can see very easily, is if you look, when we're going to moles, we divide. When we're going away from moles, we multiply. But you always have to go through moles for that to happen. We can't just jump directly from grams to particles. All right? Couple of reminders. Remember, we have our molar masses from way back when. Molar mass of water is still 18.02. We're going to use that. And then down here, our molar mass of iron 2 chlorate is 222.75. And I should have labeled both of these, right? Grams per mole. Grams per mole. Okay, awesome. So let's go ahead and see if we can't do this, just like starting right up. I'm going to use the T-charts, but you can also kind of use the T-charts and refer to this little table up above. So again, circling what we're looking for grams, okay? And we have 1.2 times 10 to the 24th molecules of water. So on our T-chart, we're going to start with 1.2 times 10 to the 24th. And that's molecules, because water is a covalent compound. All right, awesome. So now we're at molecules. We're here on the right side, right here. And we're trying to get to moles and then trying to get to grams. So our first step is divide by Avogadro's number. So I'm going to put Avogadro's number on the bottom, which makes sense because we want molecules to cancel, right? So we've got molecules and then 1 mole of water on top. Molecules have canceled. All right, now we're here at moles, right? And we're trying to get to grams, so we're going to multiply by molar mass. So we've got 18.02 grams of H2O and 1 mole of H2O on bottom. This way, moles of H2O cancel. And now we're ready to just calculate. Now, remember when we calculate, we multiply across the top, divide by what's on bottom. So in our calculator, we're going to type 1.2 E24. Then we're going to hit times 18.02. And then we're going to divide by Avogadro's number, 6.022 E23. All right, let's see if we can't get this figured out. So we've got 1.2 E24 times 18.02. Right? And then we're going to divide by Avogadro's number, 6.022 E23, and the answer you should get is 35.9, 35.9, and that's grams of H2O. Now, let's make sure that that makes sense to us. 1.2 is like twice that of our 6.022, right? So, remember, that's like twice, so 2 times 18 is around 36. That's what we got, so I think we did okay. All right, let's try another example here. All right, this time I'm going to go with purple. All right, we've got grams, and we're in this many formula units of iron 2 chlorate. So again, we're going to start with that on our T-chart, 4.76 times 10 to the 22nd. And remember, we can abbreviate form, un. All right. We're going to divide by Avogadro's number, 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. Again, form, un. Oh man, that's getting all mixed up, but something like that. It looks close. All right, and then 1 mole of our iron 2 chlorate. Okay, now we're at moles. If we're back up here, we're at moles. We're in the middle here. Okay, and if we take that to grams, right, we need to multiply by molar mass. So we're going to put molar mass of iron 2 chlorate on top, 222.75. That's grams, and 1 mole on bottom. And we could put that all out there. Woo. There we go. Okay, so moles cancel, formula units cancel. Now we're ready to do our math. Okay, so we've got 4.76 E, right? Remember to get there, you're probably hitting like second something. All right, 22, then times 222.75, and then we're going to hit the divide sign. I'm going to do this on the next row. I ran out of room a little bit. We're going to divide by Avogadro's number, 6.022 E, 23. And then hit your equal sign. Hopefully we got a good number here. 4.76 E 22 times 222.75. And then divide by Avogadro's number, 6.022 E 23. And you should get 17.6. 17.6 grams. All right, and that's of our iron 2 chlorate. All right, awesome. Now, does that make sense? 22, like power of 22 is a lot smaller than 23, so, and we're way less than a round, right? Or way less than a mole, excuse me. Okay, now let's see if we can reverse it. Let's see if we can't go from grams all the way to particles. So changing colors again here. We'll go green. All right. This time we have 0.5 grams of water, and we're looking for molecules. So if we look up here, going back up, our path is we're at grams. We've got to go to moles, and then from moles, we've got to go to particles. So our first step is to divide by our molar mass. So let's make ourselves a little T-chart. 0.50 grams of H2O. And I don't know if you guys know the molar mass of water by heart yet, but whew, we're getting there. We're going to divide by 18.02 grams of H2O. That way our grams cancel. And we're now at moles. And our last step is to 1 mole of H2O on bottom. That way moles cancel. And we're going to, if we go back up to our little chart here, moles to particles, it's times Avogadro's number. So we'll put Avogadro's number in there. 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. And that's molecules, which is where we want to go. All right, now we're ready to do our calculating. So to do our calculating, we're going to take 0.50. We're going to multiply by Avogadro's number, 6.022. Remember that E23. And then we're going to hit divided by 18.02. And that should be our answer. So 0.5 times 6.022 E 23 divided by 18.02. And we should come up with 1.67. And yes, you should definitely have an E in there. Times 10 to the 22nd. That 2 didn't look so good, did it? All right. And our label is molecules. Molecules. All right. Awesome. Let's try again. Let's try one last one. We have 3,000 grams, and we're going to formula units. So 3,000 grams, 3,000 grams on our T-chart. And Griffith, you didn't even do what you're supposed to do. Highlight and underline. There we go. 3,000 grams of iron 2 chlorate. Starting to wish I would have picked a different one, but it's cool. It's cool. All right. So our first step is to divide by our molar mass. So we're going to put 222.75. And remember, we're doing that so the units cancel, right? Our moles will cancel there. Grams, grams. All right, then if we put 1 mole down here, we're going to Avogadro's number, 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. All right, and we're looking at formula units, so we say form un. All right, moles cancel. All right, now we're ready to do our calculation. So we're going to take 3,000 times 6.022 E23, and then divide it by our 222.75. Okay? So 3,000 times 6.022 E23, and then divide that by 222.75. That will be our answer. Ooh, yeah, 8.11 times 10 to the 24th. And we're going to label that formula units. And we knew that because that's what we circled, right? That's the other reason I circled, because sometimes I forget what I'm labeling. So I always go back up here. Oh, this is what I circled. So that's what my label is. Okay, awesome. See you next time.